Hello and welcome to Podiatry Practice Mastery down here. Going to talk a little bit about my first training episode with my virtual scribe. I know many people are doing this or they've thought about doing this, and I'm going to kind of talk you a little bit about through the process. We chose we looked at different virtual scribe companies. The one we eventually decided on was a company called I think it's Acuity or Equity or something like that. It's brand new, so I'm not exactly sure which one it is, but they do a lot of big universities, big clinics. They have two options. One is to use a domestic scribe, which usually they told me they are spouses of military people here in the States. And the other one was the international version. I think it was a difference between maybe $14 and $20 an hour for the scribe. The way their system works is it's pretty much like a couple of options, like a scribe in a pocket is the way I think of it. The ones I didn't like in the past were the ones where you had to bring like an iPad, and then you had to pretty much put it in there every time. This is one where you take a smartphone and you have it hooked into Microsoft Teams, which is HIPAA secure, to their scribe, and they listened to your conversation. That's kind of how it works. They listen to your conversation, and you would introduce them. We haven't got to this part yet, but I'm just kind of prefacing what it'll be like, and then basically they'll do the notes. So the whole reason I wanted to do this, not because I don't know how to type fast, not because I don't have wonderful macros and everything else like that. I do all that stuff. I just feel too distracted, and it kind of tires me out. And I think there's going to be a better feeling, a customer feel or patient feel, if I could just treat them, do my presentations, look at the x-rays, and then go on to the next patient and have everything documented for me. So that's my whole goal with this, is doing it this way. And I had the first training session. So first of all, if you want to find out some of my videos on the training video, I'm going to be putting it up. It's probably going to be up in a few weeks, but I re-recorded it. So I recorded and I went through everything. But the main takeaway of the recording video is I went through all of my EMR documentation resources. So if you have a EMR and you want my resources, there's a couple places you can get them. They're within the Practice Mastery Academy, which is on Podiatry Practice Mastery. They're also, if you Google Athena Podiatry, Athena is the EMR that I use, there's a lot of videos in there. And so then there's going to be some resources underneath there, and these resources you just kind of click it, and you can get access to a Google Drive. And inside that Google Drive, and these are the same resources that I give to everyone. Occasionally people ask me questions about Athena, and I just and every time there's a new question, I either make a new video or put a new resource in there. So what you're going to find in there, and what I went over with the scribe yesterday, were all of my macros, the most common diagnoses that I use, the most common orders that I use, the most common templates that I use, and then I walk them through my Athena and kind of showing them how to do that on a test patient. So it's a little long video. I think it was about 2 hours. We were on the phone, and I was kind of burnt out at the end of it. But I had to train them so they can record this, and then they could use this to train this scribe and then other scribes that might be needed. And then our go live date, what they call it, is going to be next week. And so next week, they are going to be hanging out with me. And what I'll do is I'll do screen share with Google Teams in my treatment rooms as I'm documenting. So I'm going to share the screen, teach them how to do it for the notes for the first week. And then the next week, they're going to start kind of doing some of these notes for me. So if you want something easy, it's not really easy in the beginning. Everything's hard. It's kind of like starting a new medical record. It's hard in the beginning, but I think it's going to pay off in the end. And I'm hoping that my notes will be better, because I find I feel kind of divided many of the times. Like I want to give attention to the patient, but I also want to do good medical notes. And what usually ends up getting diminished is my medical notes, because I want to give more attention to that patient. I don't like just to have them sit awkwardly in front of me as I'm typing. I know many people do that because they need to get the notes done, so you just make the patient awkwardly type in front of you, or you're typing as they're watching you. I don't like that feel, or I'm trying to get over that feel. What's the price on this? Like I said, $14 an hour, and so the thought is, let's say they work 8 hours, like maybe that would be one more patient visit. So if I could do one more patient visit or reduce a little bit. The other nice thing about the $14 an hour with a scribe is that there's no benefits. So if you think about, well, how much do you pay staff? So most of our staff are around $18, but then there's also benefits. With the scribe, there's really no benefits. They kind of say they have a good long-term relationship with the scribe. The concern I had is, are they going to be swapping these scribes out with me every week or two? But they say the longevity is there. And this particular scribe is a pharmacist. And so I was able to learn a little bit about them. So if you want to learn more about this, you can Google Athena Podiatry, get some of my videos. And on the bottom of those videos, there's going to be a place where you can get my resources for Athena, which is basically a Google Drive folder that will give you information about Athena and all of my templates. And then there's a video Google Doc with all the videos kind of in there, and it links to there's a playlist of videos if you're interested in using Athena. If you want, by the way, if you want to use my templates and if you use Athena or thinking about an EMR, you can just either reach out to me or reach out to your EMR Athena provider, and they can transfer over my templates. That's something that can save you a lot of time, because I had to make all my own, but you don't have to. You can just have them transferred over. I know it sounds easy. It's not quite as easy as I'm making it sound. It might take a little work on your end. You might have to reach out to me, but I'm happy to help. Just email me, Donna@podiatrypracticemastery.com. But that little bit of work might save you a lot of time in the future. Okay, as things go on, as I continue to progress with the scribe, I will let you know. My buddy Larry, he uses a scribe. He's been using one for a while, and he uses the Google glasses. I was kind of impressed with that. So he uses glasses, and they can kind of see and hear what he's talking about. As he's saying, mine's going to be kind of a scribe in your pocket. I know there's a couple of other ones. So once again, I'll let you know how it goes. Okay, thanks.